Well, hey, this is Bill Steffen. Thanks for coming along. Got a lot to talk about. Hey, today is the very first day in over a week we haven't had an air quality alert out. Now, there still will be a little bit of smoke in the air, but less than we've had over the past week or so. Let's take a look at a satellite picture from earlier today. And if you, first of all, a little salute there to the Ottawa News Network. Mention them. Thanks to all of those viewers who are coming on board here. This is a satellite picture from earlier today, and if you look real close right down toward the Grand Rapids area there, you can see that north of Grand Rapids, the smoke was just a little bit thicker than it was off to the south of Grand Rapids. Less smoke as you went down into northern Indiana and Ohio. Winds are going to be southeast tomorrow, so that should continue to thin the smoke out just a little bit, and that's why we won't have an advisory. Fires continue in Canada. The map looks pretty similar to yesterday. You can see a lot of fires there, over 4,000 of them so far in Canada. And you can see they're up to the north in the forested areas of northern Saskatchewan, the area north of Lake Winnipeg and east of Lake Winnipeg. And not much going on in the United States. You can see some fires there in western North Dakota and also in Minnesota, but those are few and kind of far between. So fires are down in the U.S. this year, but up in Canada. Here's a look at the update for Manitoba. Just like yesterday, 19 fires out of control. They have upped the number of firefighters to 157. They still have the 8 water bombers, still love that term. 49 helicopters fighting those fires. And of course, what a helicopter will do is has a kind of a glorified bucket on it. It'll pick up water and then dump it on the fire and then run back again. And it's really interesting to watch them kind of go in a circle, one after another. And they'll go for hours trying to battle the fires there, and we certainly wish them the best. All right, high temperatures here, highlighted by Benton Harbor. The airport there reached 87, 86 at the Holland airport. So we're at some of those lakeshore airports picking up some of the warmer temperatures. Look at Moskegan Beach, 84 degrees on the beach in Moskegan. That's a warm day for them. With all that chilly water around, the wind was more out of the east during the day today. Grand Rapids reached 83, Kalamazoo the same, 81 at the South Haven Lighthouse, and 79 at the end of the pier in Muskegon. Water temperatures are still chilly, but you can see the warmer water is not too far offshore. The South Haven buoy enjoyed a water temperature of 71. Right by the shoreline, temperatures were hanging in the upper 50s to low 60s. So if we can get a day with a southwest wind, we could get that warmer water back towards shore. Benton Harbor was up to 70, Reeds Lake at 81. And I have to cough, so hang on a second. Excuse me for that. The winds during the day today will be southeast and then becoming variable in the afternoon at 5 to 10 knots. Waves should once again be 6 inches to a foot. The average wind speed in Grand Rapids the past 4 days combined has only been about 4 miles an hour. So this has really been a very tranquil period of weather here in West Michigan. Okay, here's a look at severe weather today. And as you can see in Grand Rapids and throughout much of West Michigan, we have turned to the color green. Light green means there's a slight chance for a shower or a thunder shower this afternoon. Best bet for that would be probably east of Grand Rapids over toward Lansing and Jackson. There is a marginal risk of severe weather. Level 1 in the dark green color in the Midwest covers much of South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and up into Minnesota. Again, anything in Michigan here would be pretty isolated. And then we move ahead here to Thursday, and we have the marginal risk for severe weather in parts of Idaho, of all places, northeastern Washington state, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and again here in Michigan, a very slight chance for an afternoon shower or thunder shower. This is the 66-hour rainfall. Again, the rains continue in the same places in the southeastern U.S., lots of rain there. Sometimes they like the rain there that cools things off, but they've had more than their share here of late. And also with the thunderstorms out in the plain states there, parts of the Dakotas down into South Dakota and western Iowa. It's interesting that there's a little bit of green showing up in Michigan. And if we zoom into Michigan, the light green, the lightest green, indicates less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. And that's generally for areas north of Grand Rapids and then east over toward Lansing and Jackson. I can't rule out one popping up near Grand Rapids, but again, those would be few and far between, not nearly as much rain as many of us need here. All right, on we go. Sunrise and sunset time for you. Sun setting now at 8:56. Back in the end of June, it's set at 9:25. So we've lost more than half an hour's worth of daylight in the evening, or around half an hour's worth of daylight in the evening. Total of 1 hour and 4 minutes of daylight lost since the summer solstice. Average high and low now 82 and 62. Record high temperature today in 1918. We reached 102. And that was the latest in the year that we've reached 100 degrees here in Grand Rapids. All of our other 100-degree temperatures occurred in June, July, and, of course, the first week of August. Record low temperature was 46. Here's a look at the tropical update for you. We've got Dexter out there, which is a minimal tropical storm. It's moving northeast away from the United States. There are two orange X's, and if you look down at the bottom at the key, an orange X is a 40 to 60% chance of development. I do think that one in the central part of the ocean is going to develop into Tropical Storm Erin, and that will recurve and follow Dexter away from the United States, so I don't have to worry about that one. Fernand would be the next one that would develop, and we're keeping an eye on that area off to the east of the U.S. coast here. I don't expect that to develop into a major hurricane or anything, but it's not impossible that could reach tropical storm status and again scoot off toward the northeast. On the right side of the picture, we have the Eastern Pacific, and we have Tropical Storm Henriette. That will move toward Hawaii, but gradually weaken. It won't be a hurricane or anything toward Hawaii, though it may produce some showers over there. And another system moving there, this one, if it develops, and it should, a red X there indicates a over 60% chance of development. That would be called EVO, IVO, but it's pronounced EVO. And that could skirt the coast of Mexico with some shower activity and some gusty winds, but nothing real serious there. We go to the Western Pacific Ocean and show you that there are really not much going on. There's a tropical depression called Bailu, and that is moving northeast away from Japan. Another tropical depression that we're watching, and really not showing much in the way of development. Nothing going on in the Indian Ocean. And as you can see, we've got Australia there with one wedge of clouds that's been persistent over a couple of days there over central Australia. In the southern hemisphere, it is winter right now, so temperature is a bit cooler there. Though winter in Australia is warmer than winter in Michigan. And Michelle can tell you more about that. All right, on we go. Headlines here, partly to mostly sunny today. It should become partly cloudy in the afternoon, a little less smoke than we've had over the past week or so, but still some. Slight chance for a shower during the afternoon. And we will continue our pattern of seeing relatively light winds here in West Michigan. Today, we're 3 degrees warmer than yesterday, 86, low temperature at 62. Skies in general should be mostly clear, and look for humidity of around 50% late afternoon. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. The cat is trying to tickle me right now, believe it or not. It's kind of brushing against me there. It's paying attention. This is one of my best viewers right now. It's kind of watching the TV here. All right, on we go and take a look at some high temperatures here. Today, 85 or 86. If you head south, Kalamazoo also 85. I think the southeastern part of the state may be a degree cooler. There'll be a touch more cloud cover there, but Traverse City at 86, the same as Grand Rapids here. And up in the UP, you can see there's some temperatures in the 80s there, all the way up through the Keweenaw Peninsula. A very summery day there. Even Sault Ste. Marie should make it above 80 degrees here during the afternoon. High temperatures for Thursday. Well, that was a big yawn. You probably might have heard that one. 86 degrees, 87 for Grand Rapids. We've got mid-80s for Detroit, upper 80s for Chicago, mid-upper 80s for Traverse City. Low 80s to mid 80s up across most of the UP in that yellow color there. So Thursday will be another nice warm day, summer day to get out and do some summer activities. And we want to include Saturday. And again, Saturday should be a hot day. Temperatures close to 90. All those numbers are pretty much the same as yesterday. South Haven at 84. So if you want to go down and check out the blueberry capital of the world, It should be a pretty nice day. The wind should come in off the lake during the afternoon and cool them off by a couple of degrees. Flint 92, Detroit 90, Chicago 93. Pretty hot day across the Great Lakes. And up in the UP, a lot of 80s up there as well. Here's the next 5 days for you. Temperatures warm up and we eventually reach the low 90s here, if not Friday, then certainly over the weekend. We're looking at about a 20% chance of a shower, thunder shower in the afternoon. As the air gets more humid, there'll be a little bit more moisture to tap, and we may see an isolated shower or two develop, maybe even a thunder shower. But most of us are going to stay dry here for the most part, right down through the 5-day period and beyond. And taking a look at our long-range outlook out to 8 to 14 days, August 13th through the 19th. Huge area of well above average temperatures, runs from the plains through the Great Lakes into the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Florida looks warm. Most of the South looks warm. Temperatures near to slightly above average along the West Coast. And Alaska is on the cool side here for the mid part of August. In terms of rainfall, we're going to have to keep an eye on things. I do think we get in a wetter pattern here into the second week of August. And that would bring us more showers and thunderstorms, probably moving down from northwest to southeast, right along a weak frontal system that will be across the area at that time. So if you're looking for rain, I can't offer you a whole lot here over the next 5-6 days or so. But beyond that, I think we'll see a little bit wetter pattern here. So tell me, what was winter like in Australia?
It was less wintry.
Yes, I can imagine, and probably a lot sunnier.
It kind of felt like winter in Texas. You needed a coat sometimes, but if you had a coat, you were fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
And then I remember on Christmas putting on the white sweater that I wore on Christmas a couple years prior, and then it took a bit to register why I was so hot. The same outfit that you always wear on Christmas just doesn't work because reasons.
And you were there for what, seven months, just thereabouts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so
they all laughed.
What else did you? I mean, did you see kangaroos and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, they're like deer.
Oh, really?
Except a little bouncier. Yeah, but they're a problem on the roads for drivers, just like deer are in Michigan.
Oh, I bet. Do they kind of hop up and down?
No, they're fast. They hop like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the cartoons they go like this, but actually they're quite. They hop to get where they're going.
Okay. Wow. Any other fun animals you saw in Australia?
Koalas, but you don't want to touch one. You don't want to hug one. They can be.
Why's that?
They can be a little hostile, aggressive. They're not cuddly. They look cuddly, but they're not.
That's like polar bears.
And they have these giant spiders called huntsmen that are about this big, and they don't bite. They're harmless, but they're terrifying. And the day that I left to go to the airport, my host dad, Ian, said, "Oh, it's a shame we never got you to see a huntsman." Oh, wait, there's one there. And above the door, there was one in their house above the door. And it was amazing that it was the last day as I was walking out the door because I never would have slept again.
I mean, do you swat it with a fly swatter or something? What do you do with it?
Catch it and let it go. I saw a couple. The other ones I saw, one was in the Outback when we were on the tour of the Outback. So fair enough. If you're in the woods, that's kind of their turf. And then on the subway, I saw one climbing on a wall. So those were the three that I saw in 6 months.
And how big are they?
I don't know. Too big? Yeah, they're terrifying.
Wow. That's interesting.
So you like my setup? This chair belonged to your grandfather.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's neat.
Yep. Grandma gave it to me.
He used to sit there and smoke his pipe or a cigar, and he lived to be 98.
Well, there you go. It's a good chair then. It's good for the health. This is where the kids do virtual interviews.
Oh, no kidding.
In our house. Yep. I got a light over here. So my face is all pretty.
So what
Alex,
floor are you on?
The basement.
Oh, no, you're in the basement. Okay. So this is the place to go and record if we have a tornado warning or something, because it should be safe.
Yes, exactly. I didn't want to disturb the house because Alex is upstairs packing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's coming up here tomorrow.
Yeah, we hope. We always hope, because you never know with air travel, but we hope and plan that Alex is coming up there tomorrow. So maybe live from the man cave.
Yes, and we may, except I'm out on the three-season porch. I'm not on the man cave. It's too bad you can't see the cat. The cat has its head right down on my arm right now, and it's the full weight of its head is on my arm, and it's kind of got its eyes open. It's still watching the show here. Interesting.
All right.
So we may go to Meyer Gardens. So if you see us out there, let us know. Oh, there's that cool picture again.
Yeah. So we had a viewer comment from Donna. And Donna says, I was a kid residing in Roscommon County in 1968. I remember the tornado. There was some damage just 2 streets behind us. Indian River was only about 80 miles north of us, too. I visited the cross in the woods with our family and returned back as an adult. It's a worthwhile stop. In my opinion, it's open year-round.
Neat. Wow.
So thanks, Donna. There you go.
I think that picture is amazing. I mean, we don't know who took it or.
No, it said author unknown.
Author unknown. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Grand Rapids.
Someone who deserves credit for taking an amazing photo in 1968.
Sure. Yeah, August 5, 1968. Well, Donna, thanks for your comment, and I will have to go up there and see the cross in the woods at some point in time.
Do you recognize that building at all? What is the building in the photo?
Isn't that the control tower at the airport?
That's my guess. Yeah.
I mean, from way back when, this would have been 1968. Mm-hmm. Would this have been the old airport? Were we out on 44th Street in 68? I should know that. But that is an amazing picture.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Donna, for contributing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I thought this one was worth including. I saw this on social media. WZZM is saying goodbye to their production team.
Oh, I wonder what that means.
Right. I can't quite tell from how many people. That isn't all the people in the photo. That's just a goodbye group photo. But how many people are they cutting? What did they produce? And it's even more cuts in the mainstream media. And it's really sad because I remember even when I was a little kid, how much I looked forward to watching the local news and then watching ABC or NBC or, whichever one you were on at the time. Mm-hmm. And it's just sad that it isn't there anymore. Just being
there's 500 stations dividing up the advertising dollar, and there's other places to put your advertising dollar, such as this vlog. A shameless plug there. I don't know what that means. I would assume that they would still do some production of some kind.
And I don't think that the interest in local news will ever fall off completely. People are always interested in what's happening at their schools, in their communities, and the region around them. So there is a market for that. It's just, I don't know, always sad.
Ratings for Wood are pretty solid. Last I talked to people, they were pretty happy with how they look compared to the other stations. But levels are down from 30, 40 years ago, and when you only had 3 or 4 stations. Mm-hmm. And like it says there, like Colton says, you really need to adapt. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that you're doing. So yeah.
And for everyone affected, we hope that your next chapter is amazing.
Yes, indeed. We wish them the very best. I wish only the best for my competitors, and always have.
Okay, so this is the day you can go on a walking tour. You've got options. Moskegan Downtown Walking Tours, August 6, 9, 20, and 23 at both 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. So you don't even have to be a morning person to get in on this one, by the Lakeshore Museum Center. And you'll walk about 1 mile, and it's about 90 minutes.
That's really interesting. I took a tour like that in Jasper, Alberta, and it was very interesting. They talked about where the town's first murder was. And,
okay.
A drunken poker game got out of hand, I guess. But they talked about some of the buildings and some of the first settlers and what buildings meant and everything. And I thought it was very interesting. I will add that if you go on a tour like this, you're either standing or walking for 90 minutes. So if that would make you uncomfortable, you might want to think twice. But for many people, I think this would be amazing. And the Lakeshore Museum Center is where you go. A ticket is required. And there are 4 dates there, including later today.
So Grandma Yankee always had the workaround. She would bring her walker that was also a chair.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was on the tour and she got sick of standing up, she would just sit on her walker.
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
You can make it work. I saw
Yeah.
this in two places. One of them said it was just a general history tour. The other one said they would talk about Muskegon and their role in World War II. So lots of things that you can learn on the tour.
Well, the Jasper tour is, I believe, every night or almost every night of the week. And on our tour, we had a dozen people, 12 people. And it was mixed race, mixed ages. It was a very diverse group.
Yeah, guided tours are a good way to travel for a lot of different people.
Mm-hmm. And it's free.
Okay, and you can also go on a Holland historic walking tour, August 6th, 7 to 8 p.m., put on by the Holland Museum, and tickets are also required. It starts and ends at the museum, and if you miss this one, there is another one on the 13th.
Okay, that's interesting too. And it starts by the Holland Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So, all right, pick where you're going to go for your walk. And this one looked really cool. August 6 to 7, the Advanced Manufacturing Expo at DeVos Place. And they're going to have the latest and greatest in automation, in manufacturing, metalworking, safety, and technology. And, you know, working for an airline, definitely the safety things interest me all the time. We talk about safety all the time at work, and it's so important for pretty much any kind of work that you do. So it looks like there's a lot of exciting stuff to see at this one.
And I see it is free to the public.
Oh, yeah, look at that. All right.
Wow, that is cool. 8:30 to 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'd be something for me to do today.
So back to history, all the way back to 1845, the University of Michigan held its first graduation ceremony. The university opened in 1817, and they decided to have a ceremony in 1845 for their graduates. By 1845, enrollment at the school was 52.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And they awarded 11 Bachelor of Arts degrees, and Reverend George Duffield of the First Protestant Society of Detroit was the speaker at the first graduation ceremony.
They would have a difficult time fielding a football team back then.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there were fights over
17.
graduation.
I mean, that's
today.
not that. I mean, what is it? Madison would have been president then. You know more about that than I.
Mm-hmm. It's really not that long ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 11 Bachelor of Arts degrees.
Yeah. The oldest living relative that I remember was great grandma Ab, and she was born in 1899. So I remember a living person born in 1899.
And my grandfather Busker was born in 1883.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
Yeah. All right. August 6th, 1884. The Ancient Order of, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Hibernians. If anyone's involved, feel free to correct me. Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hibernians?
Sounds like an animal that's sleeping through the winter.
Okay, it is actually an Irish order that preserves Irish tradition, Catholic tradition, and American tradition in the United States. And on August 6, 1884, they held a grand ball and picnic in Grand Rapids.
Neat. Wow.
So it was founded in NYC. So it's an Irish American organization. So it was founded in the US in 1836. And some of the first immigrants to West Michigan were Irish. So they had their own hall and they had their own chapter here. And this was found out because in 1965, a building was demolished in Grand Rapids. And in that process, they found a poster advertising that the Ancient Order of Hibernians Grand Ball and Picnic was held on August 6, 1884.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of the Irish settled on the west side of Grand Rapids and were affiliated with St. James Church. And also places like Parnell, St. Patrick's of Parnell.
The research I found said the Creston area is where a lot of them settled.
Yes, and Clare County too, up there around Clare and the Alma area. There are quite a few Irish that settled up there.
So if you're Irish and you're watching, we salute you.
And you've been to Ireland before?
Yes, that was recent. That was last fall. And we ended up on different flights because the flight we wanted to take, there was only one seat left, so we had to split.
You know, it's interesting that there's only a 20-degree difference in the average temperature between January and July in Dublin, Ireland. 47 is the average high temperature in January and 67 in July, right by the ocean there.
It was a cool place to walk around. The most challenging thing was that there's no train from the airport, so you've got to figure out how to take a bus.
Oh, okay.
But you go online and get your ticket and make your way to the bus, and that takes you into town. And if you get off at the wrong stop, which I did, then you get a much longer walk than you planned.
Yes, indeed. But they do speak English there, although with an Irish
Mhm.
accent.
Mhm. And my other problem with Ireland is that I don't care for beer. I don't have any moral thing against it. I just personally don't like it. So it's kind of a hard place to go be a tourist because you don't like the thing.
Yeah, that's true. You get Guinness.
Mhm. If
Uh,
you go there and if you're not doing a guided tour, I would recommend that you take a train out to Hout from Dublin. You take the train out to the coast and it's the last stop, and it's a really beautiful place to walk around for a day.
mhm. Interesting. Wow.
So we'll have to put that on our list. Okay, so
Okay.
here's your quiz question for the day. August 6, 1911, this actress and comedian was born. The show that was her namesake aired on CBS from 1951 to 57. Even though she is one of the most famous redheads of all time, the show was in black and white.
That gives it away. Redhead, that would be Lucille Ball.
Very good. So happy birthday, Lucille Ball.
I Love Lucy.
Yes,
And
and thank you
she
for all the
was
laughs.
married to the Cuban band leader, Desi Arnaz, and they were amazing business people. They really did well. So they were both pretty intelligent.
All right,
Oh,
and a beautiful photo from John Doherty for the day.
do you or anybody else in your family know what type of flower that is? Because I do not.
No, but I remember picking them as little kids, right?
You know what it looks like? It looks like a firework where the
Yeah, yeah.
from the middle and then it kind of goes out and then kind of the outer edges, and then they explode again.
Mm-hmm.
That's really pretty. That's
Yeah,
very
it is. And I
looks
love the
almost like
background.
baby's breath, but
Like, I
it
don't
is,
know what's behind it, but the purple color that got in there is lovely too.
isn't it? Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, John.
Yeah.
Great picture. And from
And
John,
another beautiful one.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. You can see the smoky sky there.
Mm-hmm.
Muskegon's visibility was down just a bit, and of course, pilots are concerned about the thick areas of smoke out there as well. That looks like an old break there. It looks like that would be on the beach, maybe at Muskegon.
Likely. And the seagull photobombed the shot.
Yeah, look at that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, isn't that neat? Yeah,
Every one of these, I can just smell the lake water, and I wish I was there.
yeah. There's hardly a better place to be. That's why a lot of people come here on vacation for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and a few for the winter as well.
When you were a little kid and whatever day you were just at the lake and you were up to your neck in lake water all day, and then you'd get out and some adult would hand you like a cheeseburger or a hot dog or something. It was just
Hmm.
the best day ever.
Yeah, you remember going to the beach when I worked the morning shift over at ZZM? That was I worked the morning shift there from 74 to 85, and then I went to prime time. But those early years when you kids were really little, we used to. I did the last radio show at 12:45, so at about 12:55, I left the building,
Hmm.
and I could pick all of you up, and we would drive through Fruitport, play for a while at the park at Pomona, and then we would go to Hoffmaster State Park, play around on the beach, have a good time, and then on the way back, we would go to the Whippy Dip.
Hmm. No, the
Yeah.
first thing I remember is going to Mr. Fables with you on Tuesday mornings, and that was after you switched to the night shift.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Fables was great, and the
Mhm.
people were so nice to you there. They gave you an extra nickel for the fun machine.
Mhm.
It was always nice when you got a Super Ball.
Mhm. Yeah.
Interesting. Happy golden days from way back when.
Yep. So, all right, lovely photo. Thanks, John Scully.
Yep. I think it's
There's your
time.
summer photo.
Me in the snow. I still love that picture. I mean, that just shows everything. The snow that fell overnight, the glacier coming down there, and really good memories from a happy day, watching some incredible weather and seeing an incredible glacier. That
Well,
again.
subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe on the YouTube. Send us a photo or anything else you'd like to see on the show, bill@billsteffen.com. As Alex says, be brave, send your stuff, be on the show. And thank you so much for your support. We're having so much fun being YouTubers.
Yes, indeed. And I want to wish everybody a super day today. We're into the first week of August, so the days of summer are not as numerous as they were a month ago. So if you got something on your bucket list for summer, get out and get it done. We got some great weather coming our way, and hopefully those areas that really need some rain will be getting some here. Chance of rain this afternoon again in any one spot is about 20%. Have yourself a great day.